going on.
Thank you so much.
Feel like $1 million.
Shout out TMZ, you up?
Let me check out that rig.
TMZ stands for the Mayweather Zone.
How'd you find me, bro? I got my disguise on.
I love my TMZ family. Wow,
Welcome to TMZ Sports. Babcock here. We're going to start with the biggest story in the NBA, the biggest scandal, at least the hairiest scandal in the NBA. Not Terry Rozier, not talking Chauncey Billups. We're talking about Jaylen Brown's hairline. It's what the entire NBA is talking about right now. Of course, the Celtics star, he's kind of holding it down in Boston by himself without Jason Tatum this year. But it's not been what people have talked about. It's not been what fans have talked about, because ever since the Celtics, of course, they played a handful of games this season, Lucas. They played the Knicks a little bit earlier, I think it was last week. And as Jaylen Brown was driving to the basket, his head makes contact with OG Anunoby, Knicks star, and, well, his entire hairline, it wiped off. There it is.
Allegedly.
Look, yeah, allegedly on OG's Knicks uniform. Well, finally, last night, for the first time, Jaylen Brown, while streaming on Twitch, he addresses the scandal. Watch this.
Red, my it's a cold red. They done caught me slipping. I need to know, turkey or no turkey. And I ain't talking about no cheese sandwich. This some real bro. Call your little bro back. We put all the other in the past.
like that. Hang up the phone, bro.
Let's go look. We got to look up some turkey. What's the flights? How much is the flight to Turkey? How far is Turkey from here?
On the
Not
jet.
walking distance.
Let's see.
I feel like there's steps before Turkey, though.
I know. I don't think you're at Turkey yet, bro.
All right, you got to explain this. So, first of all, that was him calling LeBron James, who didn't answer.
Right.
Code red, but LeBron didn't answer.
Which is probably a humbling moment for him. If that
Yeah.
really was a phone call to LeBron
Right.
James, we don't know.
Yeah.
But
Not
ultimately,
sure.
so Jaylen Brown had, I guess, 3 options here. He could ignore it,
Okay.
he could deny it,
Yeah.
or he could own it, and he decided
He
to
has
own
owned
it.
it.
And it is actually pretty refreshing to make your own jokes, get ahead of it, and kind of
Yeah.
be a part of the trolling, you know,
Right.
doing it to himself. And although he did bring LeBron into it, I don't think he's going to be very happy about that, because
Yeah.
LeBron is very sensitive about
Right.
his hairline,
LeBron has
the
not
jokes.
kind of accepted it and made fun of himself.
People want him to come home,
Yeah.
and he has not
Yes.
yet. He's holding on for dear life, and there's always the graphics of his headband going
Yeah.
further up every year.
Right.
Then he just ditched the headband completely. So
Yeah.
if there really is a guy to talk to about the trolling that goes on regarding hair, it is LeBron. But Jaylen Brown,
What's the turkey stuff?
Turkey is known for being top-notch with their procedures, hair transplants, things like that. Think John Cena. I don't know if he went to Turkey, but procedures that
I got a
they
buddy
have
that
this
went there, and he showed me a picture from the plane, Mojo, and it's all bald dudes flying, like all like 35-year-old bald guys flying there, and then coming back with full heads of hair. It's where everybody goes. All-inclusive resorts. It sounds like a blast. I almost kind of wish I was losing my hair because of it. Yeah, Mojo. So I don't know if he's actually thinking about going and getting a hair transplant, but I completely respect that he's having fun with this. He's an NBA superstar. He's very wealthy. He's very famous. I don't think everybody would handle it like Jaylen has, but I think I give him a lot of credit for handling it and having some fun with this thing.
If I ever disappear from this show for like 3 weeks at a time, you're going to know where I was. Those turkey trips look awesome. You're not kidding, man. Like, they're partying on the flights. They're flying over there business and first class.
Yeah.
Apparently, the rates are like crazy cheap, and
Yep.
it's all baked in travel, vacation time.
Yeah.
Everyone's there for the exact same reason somehow. So, like, everyone's kind of united, and there's like no embarrassment at all
Nope,
surrounding
none at
this
all.
thing. So, I don't know. I think that could be a good thing. So again, if I disappear, that's why. But I love that he's leaning into this, right? I mean, some people could get very sensitive about this.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've seen celebrities do this in the past. He ain't worried about it. He's addressing it. He's having fun with it. He's soaking in all the impressions that come with it. So you got to love a good sport, right? Because
Yes.
really, honestly, at the end of the day, what's the alternative? What, you're going to get all mad about it? You're going to get upset? Like, and then what? You look foolish. So this is the right move for sure.
All right, moving on to news that continues to rock the NFL world. The sudden passing, the shocking passing of former New York Jets star Nick Mangold. Nick Mangold, of course, was a perennial Hall of Famer, anchored the New York Jets line, and was really the soul of their football team. As we have reported, as everyone has reported, Nick passed away on Sunday, was dealing with kidney issues, and it's just a horrible, horrible story. Now, we said, Ed, that as his teammates continued to react to this tragic news, I think a lot of people weren't fully aware of how serious this was for Nick. We had heard a couple of weeks before that he was really looking for that kidney, but when he passed away, I think it was really a punch in the gut to people who knew Nick and people who watched him on TV. We actually had an opportunity to speak with two guys who were also stars in New York for the Jets, Santonio Holmes and Leon Washington. Of course, Leon Washington was a great special teams guy, also good, nice offensive player, but great special teams guy, Pro Bowler himself. And Santonio Holmes not only played on the New York Jets with Nick, but actually played at Ohio State, where they won a national championship together. So these were two men that knew Nick Mangold very well. We had a chance to speak with both guys earlier. Both guys actually now are on a football coaching staff together at a Central State in Ohio. It's a Division II program. So they were together, and we had a chance to talk to them about the great late Nick Mangold. Take a look.
I know for me, always having a smile on his face, the long blonde hair, the beard, and he loves to wear shades all the time. So I'm going to remember him from that standpoint. And I'm just going to remember all the conversations we had in the car riding line, picking our kids up. That's more than anything. Then lastly, he's one of the best centers to ever play this game. That's going to go down in indelible ink. Like, you talk about a player that can overtake a nose by himself, really great in the inside-outside zone running scheme. So as a person, as a player, he's one of the best people to ever walk this earth.
Yeah, Goldilocks. He was our guy, man. He loved his hair, but he loved his character. He loved us as players. He made everybody around him that much better. He would definitely be remembered as a champion. He played in 2003, a national championship game for Ohio State versus Miami as a true freshman. And he dominated, and he allowed the Ohio State Buckeyes to come out with a victory. And that just shows, his heart and his determination to be successful for the people around him will never, be relinquished. We love him, we miss him, and we're gonna ride for you sevenfold.
Yeah, I mean, he's a borderline Hall of Fame player, but I think you can, even more importantly, it's just how much his teammates loved him, to a man, honestly.
Yeah, it's really sad stuff. Leon, further into that interview, talked about how he found out about Mangold's death and said he actually had no idea that he was going through that. And he said Nick didn't want anybody stressing over him.
Really? Wow.
So it's so sad. You recall he had the kidney issues, and in just days before his death, he made a plea to the Ohio State community, the NFL community, to potentially make an organ donor available for him. But that struck me the most about the 10 minutes that we spent with Holmes and Washington, was that Nick was so selfless that even I need a kidney and I can only want to ask.
If there's ever a time to make it about yourself, you would think it might be then. I think that's a great point.
Really sad stuff.
Travis Kelce honored to tie Priest Holmes for the most touchdowns in Chiefs history. The future Hall of Famer calls the ex-Kansas City running back his childhood hero when TMZ Sports returns right after this.
Well, first, my reaction for Travis tying the record. Congratulations, Travis Kelce. You're in good company. I can definitely say that. And it's pretty exciting to see what's taking place as a phenomenon what the Chiefs are being right now. It's going to be pretty awesome when he gets a chance to go across that threshold and get the 84th touchdown.
Welcome back to TMZ Sports. There was the great Priest Holmes talking to us yesterday, talking to TMZ Sports with a congratulatory message to the great Travis Kelce. Both guys, of course, as we talked about yesterday, have 83 touchdowns. The next time Trav scores that touchdown, he will, by himself, hold that touchdown record in Kansas City. Well, I think, Ed, it was time for Travis to kind of repay the compliment, right?
That's right. Yeah, Travis on his New Heights podcast had some nice words to say about Priest after tying his record, and he's 16 years younger than Priest, so it doesn't seem that his comments are just blowing smoke. Take a listen.
When you're touchdown catcher in the third quarter, you're now tied with the franchise record for touchdowns, right? You and Priest Holmes are tied.
Holmes, man, that's some pretty crazy stuff, dude. Because Priest Holmes, that was like the heart of our childhood and our fandom in the NFL, man. And
yes,
all the video games and like Priest Holmes was a guy that I was playing on the video games with left and right because how badass he was.
I mean, there was a time when he was the best, right, the biggest star in the league, and I believe that.
Yeah, the math lines up, right? When Priest was 28-ish, 25-ish in his prime, he was 9-ish.
Right,
that works.
Him.
Yeah, but you're not wrong. I mean, Priest, when he was with the Chiefs, especially like 3 or 4 year run where he was scoring 20 plus.
They weren't the Chiefs then, right, Mojo? Yeah. They weren't as good. Obviously, they weren't winning Super Bowls, and they definitely didn't have Patrick Mahomes
or Taylor Swift.
Right, didn't have Taylor Swift either. But Priest Holmes, well, he was just a killer on the football field.
Yeah, man, I grew up in D.C. and I was just a young little sprout back then when Priest Holmes was doing his thing, I feel like. Or maybe not. Maybe we're the same age, whatever. Not a big deal. Get moved past it. Anyways, growing up in D.C.,
he's like 50, he's 50.
Well, close enough. We had no connection to the Kansas City Chiefs in D.C. It was like Ravens and Redskins territory. So that was like one of the teams you knew the least about.
Right.
But you knew who Priest Holmes was. Yeah. He was the guy. To everything that Travis Kelce just said, that you guys just said, he was all that and then probably some more. In that way, he almost had more name recognition, at least to us in D.C., than the Chiefs had as a whole. Now you fast forward all these years, Travis Kelce, maybe worldwide, potentially has more name recognition than the Kansas City Chiefs, at least in some circles, especially when you're gaining an entire new audience through your significant other, right? So, I mean, it's just kind of like a full circle moment here. But, yeah, I believe every part of this. This had to have been a really cool thing. And you can't tell me that Travis hasn't had his eye on this number for a long time. Yeah. This has definitely been in his sights for a long time. And he's gonna break it officially. Obviously, we all know it's not going to end now. He's going to break this. He's gonna take that top spot, and that's going to be just such a cool thing.
Up next, why is Coach Prime comparing all of the recent firings in college football to Brazilian butt lifts? The hilarious footage is coming your way next on TMZ Sports.
Welcome back to TMZ Sports. Lucas Widman here. It's that time of the football season where if your programs are not succeeding on the field, coaches are getting fired. And just ask James Franklin and Brian Kelly. But Deion Sanders was asked about this, and especially with teams and programs not necessarily being patient around this time of year. And Ed, it seems like he had a bit of a sense of humor with this.
Instead of merely just saying, hey, we should probably have some more patience on the football field, he went through about 15 metaphors, and if you can make sense of it, heads or tails of it, take a listen.
There's no one patience in this world. How do we exude patience when we could call up right now and get a pizza delivered right here? That you could call and get a ride waiting outside for you. Everything is expeditious in this country. Everyone wants the quick fix, the quick things. You got mail order brides too, right? You get married, right away. You could get a BBL. You could come in here flat as I don't know what, and leave thick as a Snicker. So this is a different country that we live in, man. Ain't nobody got no patience no more. I understand that, and I don't either. I don't have patience as well. I want things done right now because I'm used to getting up there working, putting in the work, and you want the results from the work you put in. it don't oftentimes work like that. That's a great question. I appreciate that.
Mojo, Coach Prime got a few giggles in the press room there, but it seems like at the very root of it, he's got a point here.
Yeah, that's a great clip, Ed. It's almost like I've heard that one before today, but that is a crazy one. When he first started, you wonder where he was going with that, how he was going to connect all the dots. And yes, by the end, it actually does, in a crazy way, kind of make sense here, right? Coaches, you know what this job's going to be. If you're not getting it done, they're not waiting until ends of seasons anymore. These mid-season firings are happening on the regular. Got to be honest, can't say that I ever really feel bad for the coaches per se, because those contracts are usually guaranteed, which means some of these guys are getting tens of millions of dollars to go home and potentially take another job. So it's never a totally awful situation, right? Like, you're going to be okay financially in the end, but you're right. Like, that's what people want. I don't know, maybe it's because the barbarians are at the gates, right? And the fans are a lot louder now. There's more metrics to monitor those fans. Twitter, people sound off on Twitter all the time. They want to see coaches fired now. It's not about at the end of the season. I think most fans aren't necessarily equipped to handle what happens for the rest of the season and who's going to step into that role, but this is the reality we live in, and that reality now has a very strong new connection to mail order brides and BBL, so according to Coach Prime. So I guess it makes sense in the end. It is what it is.
Well, Mojo, Coach Sanders' Colorado Buffaloes are currently 3-5, so he's hoping they will have a little patience with him, but also he wants to see some results as well.
The Detroit Lions getting into the Halloween spirit at a team party, but who are the winners? Who were the losers? We'll let you decide when TMZ Sports returns right after this. Welcome back to TMZ Sports. We're just a couple of days away from Halloween. Now, the Detroit Lions, they are without a doubt one of the best football teams. How are they, though, at picking costumes? That's the question. Well, like I think a lot of teams across the NFL these days, guys, this week, the Lions are having a Halloween party. And, well, a lot of their players, a lot of the star players, as a matter of fact, dressed up. We want to go through some of these costumes here first. Amon-Ra St. Brown, of course, the great wide receiver. I thought his was really good. You guys tell me if you think I'm wrong here. We weren't even sure where this was originally from. We have now since figured this out. He is a werewolf soldier from Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Of course, super popular game, and Amon-Ra going the Call of Duty route. Now, even more than the St. Brown costume, I really, really like Jahmyr Gibbs here. So Jahmyr Gibbs, he dresses up as one half of Team Extreme. He dresses up as Jeff Hardy. Of course, Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy, two of the biggest wrestling stars in the world. Look at that.
I'm not looking at Jahmyr Gibbs.
What are you looking at, Lucas?
What do you mean?
What are you looking at,
I'm trying to figure out what phone she has.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, I like that. I think leader in the clubhouse for me right now, Jahmyr Gibbs.
This is his girlfriend.
Right.
Mine were Jared Goff and his, I guess, wife now. God, we've been following them for years. Ratatouille. He was the chef, and she was the rat.
That's a good one.
I thought it was cute.
I'm going to go with Taylor Decker and his wife, Kendra, who actually hosted the whole thing. As we were figuring out what they were, I knew this, but I hadn't seen Game of Thrones yet. And what? Shannon, our producer, decided to just tell me everybody dies. It's
true. Everybody dies, or they die.
Look, and I know this is on me. It's been done for 2 years.
This morning,
I'm just
that Shannon was giving spoilers in our chat.
Hey Shannon, have you seen Breaking Bad?
I have, but not for a long time.
Have you seen all of it?
How long ago did
Walter dies.
Whoa!
What?
Spoiler alert!
Damn!
Oh my goodness!
at
hell?
me.
Wow.
Oh my
Can you
lord.
believe that, Mojo?
I
All right,
love
can we?
you.
Can we?
That's how you know he's legit mad about the.
Oh, he was mad, Mojo. He was mad.
Yeah.
He's like, he said, don't look in Slack if you haven't seen.
What is Slack?
I still love you.
I love you too, Shannon.
Can you go through these?
Yeah. What else we got?
Let's go.
What else we got?
Read it. Can we show some of these players here?
Yeah, absolutely. Jamison Williams.
What Jamison Williams do?
For those who might not know, that's YN Takeover. He is masked and holding a gun.
Okay.
Yeah, great. Kirby Joseph was Chucky. That's a classic one.
like
That's
that.
a
Let
good
me see
traditional one. You always see a Chucky every year, and I think he did a good
Classic
job with
costume.
that.
Okay, we like that.
We saw him solely from Monsters Inc., courtesy of Graham Glasgow.
Never
right?
seen Monsters Inc. Don't know.
Same.
Oh, you haven't?
I know the character.
Monsters Inc.
Jeez, you guys got on me for not seeing Game of Thrones.
Never seen Monsters Inc.
And Dominic Lovett was the Joker.
Thanks for
and I
that.
think that's become a classic
Let's
one
hear.
ever since the Dark Knight came out.
Yeah.
Batman.
Okay.
That's a classic go-to.
How was Isaac Tesla's Prince? I didn't see.
Oh, we got a Prince here.
Oh,
that's pretty good.
Okay.
Not bad.
What do you think, Mojo? What's your favorite out of these?
Well, I do have some questions. I don't understand why the werewolf is holding a gun and why the chef is a juggler, but there is one costume that makes sense to me. Gibbs wins, buddy, holding it down for the Hardys. That's obviously going to be my choice. However,
Yes.
I will say overall, the Detroit Lions know football. I don't think they know Halloween costumes overly well as a group.
So we like that. Jameer Gibbs' girlfriend wins the day, though. Congratulations to her.
Which means Jameer Gibbs is actually the winner.
Yeah, he's the real winner.
Like I said.
Congratulations to Jameer Gibbs. We got to go, guys. We're out of time. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow.
I'm a lawyer.